Okay, so for those who may have just received your Rolex GMT-Master II from SwissWatchExpo, or maybe you just have questions, maybe you forgot how this actually fully works, this video is for you. This is a how-to of how you should actually set your GMT-Master II. Now, for the watch that we're actually using today, this one is going to be the 126710GR in R, which is going to be the most recent release from Rolex. This watch is more than amazing. It can actually be dressed up or dressed down, and it is the perfect piece to add in your collection. When we look at the how-to of how we're going to use this watch, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure to unscrew our crown. For those who may think that it's locked or not moving, it's not. It's simply an extra active feature to keep moisture out of the watch. Remember, as long as the crown is screwed down, no dust, dirt, or water can get inside of the watch. Now, that does not prevent it when you talk about showers, for those of us who like hot showers like myself, steam rooms, saunas, any place that with water you can get more moisture as well. That creates vapors. Vapors and molecules are different than just water. That's why Rolex likes to use the term swim-proof rather than just saying waterproof, which Rolex and Tudor are the only waterproof brands that you can actually use. But again, this hints the words saying swim-proof because they do want to make sure that you remember that moisture is different than just water itself. So we're going to break our rules. We're going to unscrew the crown. Once that crown is unscrewed, you'll notice that it springs back and forth. I always like to tell my clients, do this just to make sure that you have not pulled out any at all. This is the first position, or position one. With position one, this is where you transfer the power from your hands into the watch itself. Remember, this watch needs you to work. It cannot work without you. So for this particular one, it does have what's called a 70-hour power reserve, which is when we crank this engine up and get it going by hand, we know that it's going to store that power inside of the watch for up to 70 hours. I do like to say up to 70 hours, even though Rolex does say 70 hours, because let's be realistic. Remember, it's fully mechanical. This is not a battery-powered watch. And if you're looking for something with 100% accuracy, an automatic watch is just not for you. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to continue to wind the watch by turning it towards the 12 o'clock or clockwise. We want to give it a good 60 turns. You will hear different people say 40 to 60, which is still equivalent to the fact that in the booklet, it says give it 20 full turns. Well, remember, the human hand cannot do a full turn, so we definitely want to double, and we can even triple it just for our own security. So a good 60 turns is definitely going to give the watch everything that it needs. Once we've given it that full 60 turns, by simply turning the crown with our fingers, with a little tension, a little speed, you'll continue to feel as you're turning that the watch gets a little bit tighter on the spring. That's a good sign. Next thing we want to do is we want to use our fingertips or fingernails, either or, and we're going to pull that crown just a little bit. When we pull that crown a little bit, it's actually going to allow us to move what's considered to be the jumping hand. The jumping hand is the 1 hour hand that you can move as you travel. That will actually allow you to go back and forth, and it also controls the date feature as well. So for those who are trying to figure out how to change the date, it is not like your date just, which is a quick set. This particular watch is made with a jumping hand that cycles every 2 full rounds on the watch itself. So what we want to do after we know that that feature is working, we're going to pull out even more, and that's going to allow us at that point, when we click it, to control all of the hands. We want to do what we call zeroing it out. What zeroing it out means is that you're actually going to put everything to 12 o'clock. When we put it to 12 o'clock, it's going to allow us to actually control the full watch itself. Now, remember, if your hour hand is not perfectly aligned, it is okay. That jumping hour hand, I can control independently. So my goal is to get the green hand, which is the GMT hand that moves once around. We want to move that one to the very 12 o'clock, which is 0, and the minute hand. And now we can move our jumping hand as we need to. Once you have zeroed out that time, go ahead and set your local time itself. So for us right now, even let's say, again, we're not going to use just the jumping hand, pull everything out, and then we're going to go to our local time. It's always best to advance forward. Pay attention when you are advancing forward to the date. If the date changes, that means it's midnight. If it does not change, that means that it's going to be closer to 12 in the afternoon. That's a big deal because a lot of people don't pay attention and then think their watch is running wrong, and it's not. Your watch is running perfect. It's simply the fact that you did not pay attention to that. So we're going to go ahead and set it to our local time. Once we have it set it to local time, the GMT hand is automatically going to align itself because it is actually programmed because we zeroed it out. That's why it's important to do in the beginning. The next thing that we're going to do from there is we can now activate. If we know that we're going to be traveling in the morning and we're going to be 3 hours behind, simply move the jumping hand 3 hours behind, but it keeps the GMT hand in place for us so we know what time it is where our family is. Or for like us here at Swiss Watch Expo, we always want to know what time it is here in our office because we want to know what's going on for our customers so we can always be here of service. Once we have that portion actually set, remember, we now have 2 time zones instantly. So if I need to change back, because now I'm back home, it's simply easy for me to click 3 times and it's back. Or if the next place that I'm going is a few hours ahead, I can also move that as well. The most advanced level that you can do is once you have those 2 times set, you can now move your bezel. When you move the bezel, it is important that you remember or teach yourself, train yourself, learn how to remember where that green hand is pointing. But the fun thing of it is if you need to, just simply remember how many clicks or turns you've made on the bezel, and you can easily go back to tell that 3rd time zone. So you can keep up to 3 time zones on your GMT-Master II. If you run into any questions or any problems, please give us a call here at Swiss Watch Expo. We're definitely here to help. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.